Content warning. This is a horror game and not intended for all audience. Please visit our website if you need a specific list of content warnings. This also contains flickering image effects as well as a parallax effect that on rare occasions causes motion sickness in players. If either of these effects cause health issues, you can disable them in game's preferences.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Egamac. This is Let's Play Slay the Princess Pristine Cut Edition. We're taking the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
It wasn't a joke.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. But you...
She makes a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her.
Tighten your grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
There is a moment here where she reverts to the soft princess.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Although it doesn't last long, does it?
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Can we just talk?
You're so close. Don't give up. You've come this far. No, this is a good idea. Maybe we can de-escalate things.
Oh, threatened are we? You poor thing.
I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Squint at the princess.
You stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back. The two of you are going to do this forever, aren't you?
Squint even harder. Are you sure you don't want to talk?
Yeah, I'm sure.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. Eventually, something is going to give, and I highly recommend that you be the one to take the initiative here.
Drop the blade.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just...
Against your better judgment, we'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or...
Note the lack of detail.
Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
I know what I've been told. Whether I believe it is another entirely different matter.
So you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this isn't talking.
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you just...
You know why you're here.
Slay the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts.
I
as
was
you attempt to
wondering
run
if
through.
the discussion would bring attention to the fact that she said, I'm probably chained here because I'm dangerous, but apparently not. Actually, wait. Let's autosave back. It is awkward.
I know. I just said that.
You know why I'm here to kill you?
She was just threatening us a second ago. Am I the only one here unnerved by that perfect little laugh? I'll take that as a sign that you're finally coming around to reason.
I have no idea. To be honest, I don't even know why I'm down here, or how I got here. I was kind of hoping you might be able to shed some light on the whole situation.
How would I get you out of here? Actually, no, we've talked enough. So
know
we can't
why you're
actually
here.
tell her that we're going to...
Doubt,
We can't tell her that she's
clouds
going to
your
end the
thoughts as
world.
You attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
We can't give up. Finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh,
The two of you fall to the floor.
this was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
So this is what we're
You're
actually
on a
going to be
path
taking
in the
to
woods.
our final
And
run.
at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Hasn't this already happened?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning. That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
I'm telling the truth.
Those are two very different questions. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or if you're back here, I'm assuming you died. We did our best with the information we were given, and we did kill her, and yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations, you've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? Ugh, enough with the talking. We've got a fight to win. Nothing else matters. I couldn't agree more.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her, Crystal. The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Okay, we need a save around here. Don't think we need this version of the nightmare.
See? Even the cabin has the right idea. Let's get moving.
The blade is your implement.
Into the basement.
Blade this time. Right then, fisticuffs it is. Probably more fair to her anyway. Wouldn't want to feel like we cheated our way to a win.
As long as you can still get the job done. And don't forget that the blade is waiting for you upstairs if you happen to change your mind.
Oh wait, that's not what I wanted to do, but
The door to the
oh
basement
well.
creaks.
Take the blade. Into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, a large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. It looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes! I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
So you do remember me?
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
All right, fine. I believe you. What you said earlier in the woods, I believe you. You've already met the princess, and the princess has already met you. That's all the more reason to take this seriously. You don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay! As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line.
Remain
I'm
silent.
going to take that silence as a sign that from this moment on, you're going to treat the task before you with the utmost importance and seriousness.
Attack the princess.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. But she's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact.
She almost looks
disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action. Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
Strike at her head on.
That's your plan, then. That's your plan. You push off the ground, ignoring the pain in your ribs as you charge at the princess once more. You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum, your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. She grins at you from behind her guard. Pull it out. We'll try a different angle. No, we can do this. Just keep pushing. We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
Keep pushing.
The princess's grin widens as the two of you push against each other, her fiery eyes and masochistic glee practically lighting up the dreary cave.
Yes, you finally get it, don't you?
Silently continue pushing.
Yes, you're right. We don't even need to talk about it.
Your balance is suddenly thrown off as the princess pulls you into her knee. It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact. We're fine! But you barely have enough time to notice before the princess follows up and smashes her forehead against yours. Your grip loosens from the impact, the blade still wedged in her arm as you tumble to the cold stone floor. I said we're fine. I didn't say you weren't fine. I was just describing what happened. You might not have said as much, but you certainly implied it. It really doesn't matter. The princess glances down at the blade embedded in her arm, and with near total ignorance to pain, slides it out of its sinewy prison.
You forgot this.
She tosses it at your feet.
Pick up the blade, attack her again.
You and the princess attack each other once again, each of you dealing a single, terrible, lethal blow. Wait, does that mean we're dead? Or rather, about to be dead. As your blade pierces her sternum, the princess buries her fist into the soft meat of your organs.
No, it's not. We're just getting started.
But it is over. Dead is dead. I know this isn't the happiest ending for you, but you saved the entire world from ruin. There are few better endings than that.
Well, are you going to listen to him? Or are you going to listen to me? Get up.
Oh, we don't get a choice, do we?
No, that can't be right. Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. Alive.
This isn't really where I want to experiment, but I do want to at least give adversaries the infinite to battle one more try.
What about her? The blade went right through her heart.
What about her? If we're fine, then she's fine.
No, she's dead. She has to be... No! Right.
We're all shit out of luck, aren't we? I knew it. I told you we should all believe in her. This is perfect.
The princess rises from the ground, staggering slightly, one hand wrapped around the hilt of the blade still buried in her heart.
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
She pulls the weapon from her chest, barely wincing, and hurls it at your feet.
You know what to do. Again!
But she came back. What's the point of fighting her if she can just do that? All of you need to settle down. Oh, we just missed her heart. Oh, of course, that's all. Well, I guess I had it wrong. You guess you had it wrong. I never said I knew everything.
Attack her again.
With an unbreakable determination, you snatch the blade from the floor and stumble back to your feet. Free from hesitation, you close the distance. Your blade digs into her neck, grinding against her vertebrae as her fist connects with your body. The impact forces the air from your lungs, stars dancing in front of your eyes as you fail to keep your bearing. You both collapse to the ground before either of you has a chance to survey the damage.
And then we get up.
Like he said.
Yes. And then you get up.
That was a good one. More.
Slay the princess.
You and the princess exchange dozens of devastating blows. Sometimes you manage to strike first, and sometimes she tears through you before you have a chance to act. But more often than not, each of you fells the other in the same moment. And then you get up and do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. We're all still here. This is all gonna be okay. Isn't it? Isn't it?
He doesn't answer the voice. He'll never answer. He's gone.
What are you waiting for? I'm right here. Do you think this is... What is this place?
Did we do this?
Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that stuck-up control freak was right.
It's the end of the world, isn't it? It's the end of everything.
Far from it. We're still here. And she's still here too.
The princess stumbles and her body
I
slumps.
feel so... tired.
You do not get the chance to respond. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a... Why is it here? Why now?
It's gonna be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before. You always get
It
scared.
feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
So yeah, that remains mostly unchanged then. Now, where did I put that save? Yeah, that's the right
The
time.
cabin is tighter than its exterior would... See? The
Into the basement.
Blade this.
As long as you can still get the job done, the door to the basement creaks open. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger?
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Good. As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get as you descend the final step. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your... But no little knife this time, huh? No. I hope you're not just here to chat.
Don't worry, I'm always up for a good fight. The only reason I came down here without a weapon is because I felt having the knife was unfair.
Then why are you just standing there? Fight me.
Let's do this. Attack her unarmed.
I guess we'll have to see how this goes. Your hands empty, you charge the princess.
Quit the pessimism, will you?
Right? It's almost like you don't want us to beat her. No, look, I'm rooting for you, I really am. I'm just doing my best to keep my expectations grounded. You don't have a weapon.
We'll be fine. Just
You attack, fists raised, and the two of you fall into combat. Your clawed fingers tear into her flesh, and her fists and elbows return the blows in kind, bruises blossoming in her wake, and blood vessels rupturing in vivid sprays of gore.
Not bad. You're tougher than I thought you'd be.
hear that? She respects us. We can pull this off.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
But without that knife, you'll never be enough.
Her knee connects with your sternum with a loud, violent crack. The wind leaves your lungs, and as you struggle for breath, you can feel something flooding in to fill the space.
You have to want to kill me. Like this.
You don't so much as see her movement before she deals the killing blow. Are you serious?
That's it.
That's it.
Like hell it is. We're not giving up that easy.
Didn't you hear me?
You do actually have the option to die, but I want to get up.
No, that's not right. You're
Not dead anymore.
Yes. Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. You're alive. The princess takes a step back and looks down at her pulp-covered fists.
I could have sworn I killed you. That's your face splattered on the walls and dripping from my hands.
You're joking, right? You're exaggerating. I still have my face, right?
You don't. I don't even know how you're talking to me.
You raise your hands and touch the front of your head. She's not wrong.
What? What did she do? What are we missing?
Who cares if we're missing our face? We can fight just fine without one.
Can I go get my own pristine blade now? She says no, so let's just give her what she wants.
The two of you clash once more. It's not as one-sided as I feared, but it's still a far cry from what I'd hoped. Her injuries, though numerous, pale in comparison to yours, and the wounds you've inflicted upon her barely seem to have slowed her down. As much as you're trying to ignore it, adrenaline pushing you far past your limits, every movement burns.
This is getting boring. Are you even trying to keep up with...
Oh, but I like having Contrarian point out the lack of face. But I don't know, I feel like at some point she would say, maybe this won't be so bad after all, but then it does get...
Lands another devastating... no, lethal blow.
You know what I'm going to say.
That we're not dead?
Yeah, that we're not dead. Come on, get up. If we can just keep going, we're bound to wear her down eventually.
Are you sure she can't do what we're doing right now?
There's only one way to find out.
Get up.
Once more, you push yourself back to your mangled feet.
How are you still moving? How are you still doing anything? Bodies aren't supposed to look like that.
An uncharacteristic terror seems to grip her voice.
Have we ever seen her afraid before?
No, we haven't.
This is how we win. We can...
I'm going to put you out of your misery.
I'd like to see her try. We're invincible.
Her fist flies towards where your face used to be, your twisted body incapable of moving out of the way. And then you see nothing.
Everything goes dark and we die?
Yes, something like that. Well, don't you have something to say?
Yeah, I quit.
Chapter 3, The Fury. This is what we're going to be taking, but we're not going to be taking it with Contrarian. I'm just here to see what else we have to hear from them if we stop early.
Now why would we ever do that? Because she absolutely destroyed us? She sure did. But what a great way to go.
We lost our face.
Yes, it was hilarious. It was horrifying.
Does it matter? We lost.
Oh, why so glum, Rage Boy? I thought you were brave. I thought you were proud. Was all that bravado just hot air?
Look, it was just... the fight was better the first time, and the first time we had a weapon. Well, this is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly you've already been here.
Yeah, you think? What does here even mean, though? You've told us about the path of the princess and all of that already, but this is a very different path than the last one.
That's a good point. Everything here is a little... off. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
You'd all better listen to me when the time comes to make a choice.
100? Where are you getting that number? We're talking 4, maybe 5 directions tops. At least for now. I'm sure I can come up with more if you give me enough time.
Wait, what did I say? It feels like I'm being pulled in 100 different directions.
I don't think you have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever going to change.
No matter what happens next, it seems like our answers are at the cabin. Although I'm very tempted to say I'm done with this spy, Omni Princess does prevent us.
Good. We're all on the same page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her.
That's it? No final words of advice?
I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that Any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
Don't be so hard on yourself. We all wind up in creative ruts now and then. I'm sure if you put your mind to it, you could think of something worth telling us.
Proceed.
The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high-arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight, but that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat. That's horrible. The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We'll need it if we want to do things right.
I say we leave it to rust. Let's not make the same mistake twice. We could have won if we had it last time. Take it.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the pedestal. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel.
Okay, you picked up the blade, that's fine. We're not taking it with us.
Oh? And what do you plan to do with it then?
Oh, I don't know, we throw it out the window.
Hell no.
Yeah, what if we need it? We don't need it. We had her up against the ropes last time.
Did we?
We were doing great, but a weapon would have been useful.
Are you saying that you don't think we can win this fair and square?
No, I'm just...
It sounds to me like you don't think we can win this fair and square.
You know what, fine, I'm with him. We started round 2 with our fists, and that's how we're going to end this. You, annoying one who keeps telling us what to do. We throw the blade out the window.
Are you serious? Can we do that?
It's already done, isn't it?
Yeah, and now you have to describe it to us.
Fine. With an unceremonious whoosh, the pristine blade flies out into the night, never to be seen again. Your destiny, and the destiny of the entire world, awaits. Best of luck. You're going to need it.
No, we absolutely did not throw the blade out the window.
No, sounds like we did.
Yes, unfortunately, you did.
Let's just get on with it. I'm itching for that rematch.
I thought I was the one who made the decisions around here.
Sounds to me like you're not. How fun.
Let's just get on with it. I'm itching for that rematch.
Let it go.
Let's just get on with it.
Okay, that does the same thing, but... Hell yeah, that kicked ass. Love when my tenants throw things out the windows when I'm not paying attention.
Let's just get on with it.
Okay, keep going. Actually, no, it's that mirror again. It's blocking the door.
Mirror? There is no mirror. There's the pedestal, the blade sitting on the pedestal, and the door to the basement.
There's no blade!
Oh, are we playing a game where we lie to people about things? That sounds fun. I respect and admire all of you. I'm so happy to be here. What? There's clearly a mirror. I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely.
What are you trying to say exactly?
It means you're hallucinating. It's in our way. Let's just smash it.
Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange. It's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean? Wipe what clean? Are you still on about that mirror? It's not real. I'd know about it if it were real. No, we can't doubt our eyes like that. It has to be real. Does it matter if it's actually real or not? Talking about it gets under his skin. That's all that matters. We should talk about it even more.
Let's just smash it and get it over with. I'm ready to get violent.
We won't be able to see what's in there if we smash it. Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
Wipe the mirror.
Reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Why am I not surprised?
You step forward into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odour an oppressive violence. Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
So you've returned. Do you intend to weakly claw your fingers across my skin? I think you'll find it won't be so simple. I've changed. The way your flesh felt grinding beneath my fist, it woke something in me. A fight is a song, but there was no music in our conflict. There was no beauty in what we did to each other, and now there's no beauty in me.
Do you hear that?
Well, sounds like we got to her last time. Let's keep pushing, see what else we can make happen.
Continue down the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone. The princess stands in its centre, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin.
Do you know?
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her, then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings. She is loose, and she is coming for you.
I'm not going to have any chance to show other variations of this, but we can at least finish with all the Contrarian we can see here.
She wants us to be afraid because she wants us to think she can make us suffer. Don't give her the satisfaction. That's right, no fear. She's bigger than the last time, but she's pulling herself apart. She's practically done most of the work for us.
This isn't over until I say it's over. I'm taking you out.
You'll try. And that's what I've been so excited for. Let's hurt each other.
Your heart full of fear, you charge towards the princess, your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to lay down your very essence in one blow.
It's now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory.
With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
No, that's our stuff. She can't just do that.
She just did. Unfortunate, I know, but reality is reality.
Who needs stuff anyway? Look at us. We might be all over the place, but we're fine.
That's the first thing you've said that's made any sense. We may be down again, but we're not out for the count yet.
Still, you fall to pieces. What is the point of all this power if there's no challenge to using it? This is a numb existence.
Ignore her and push forward.
Though the ribbons of your unraveled body struggle to coordinate, you manage to put one foot forward.
Oh, so there is some challenge left in you. Let's see how long it takes to crush it.
The princess clenches her fist, and as her knuckles tighten, even more of you becomes undone. Your skin is flayed, your fatty tissue torn from your muscles.
What are you? You're clearly not your skin.
Why would we ever be just our skin? We lost so much of it last time. We're obviously more than that.
Who cares? I don't like not having skin. It hurts.
The pain doesn't matter. Just keep walking. She can't stop us if we don't let her.
Take another step.
Still you push on, placing one disaster of a foot in front of the other.
Perhaps muscle is where you dwell.
She smiles, and again her will tears at you. Muscle untethers from bone.
But we need that. We can't do anything if we don't have muscle.
Okay, Mr. Anatomy, I hear you. But have you considered how neat it would be if we still kept walking towards her without it?
Yes, do it. Show her how tough we really are.
Just for the dialogue, Mr. Anatomy has a point. How can we move without any muscle?
Boo! Boo!
Worth it!
Yeah, what he said. Boo!
Absolutely worth it!
Oh, don't boo us. We're just following the rules of reality. Yeah? Well, the rules of reality suck. I want something better. I want a rewrite.
Oh, I thought you were something more. There must still be some spirit left in you. We just have to find it in all that meat and bone. This will hurt.
Something infant.
Take another step.
You shamble on, a mass of organs suspended in bone, all held together by the thinnest strands of connective tissue.
I really thought that losing your muscle would be the end of you. This is exciting. We're in uncharted depths. I can't wait to see how much more of you I can take before you finally stop moving.
The less that remains of your body, the more fiercely your spirit struggles against that of the princess. But her power is immense. As your organs slip from between your ribs, she takes another step back. Only now, there is nowhere left for her to go. She is within your reach, if only you have the determination to reach her.
Of course we have determination. We made it this far, didn't we?
What does this make us? How can we lose so many vital parts of who we are and still be here? The exact same way we lost every piece of ourselves twice before. Have you forgotten that we've literally died? Twice.
Come on. One more step. Do it. Hit me. Show me what you're made of.
Wouldn't it be better to just start over and try again?
Boo! Boo!
Yeah, what he said.
Oh, don't boo us. We're just, yeah, well...
Oh, I thought...
Okay, we'll give her what she wants and that end the episode. Reach for her heart.
Your skeletal hand shoots towards her heart, but the closer it gets, the more brittle it becomes. Flakes of bone are peeled away, exposing the marrow, and the marrow melts, exposing nerves, and the nerves are stripped raw. Until what? I think he gave up on us.
Figures. He always seemed weak to me.
In the end, you're nothing. Just like what's left of me.
But we're still here, aren't we?
Which means we aren't finished.
What are we supposed to do? Hit her with nothing? Yes.
Slay the princess. Something or nothing bursts forward from the place that is you. Threads in the shape of a pristine blade. They pierce her heart.
Huh. I felt that.
We actually did it.
We actually won.
I always knew we had it in us. But what are we going to do with ourselves now?
It's... cold.
Until next time, guys, take care. I'll see you all around.